May 8th, 2023. You guessed it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Welcome to the new subscribers. We're hearing a lot about the debt ceiling right now, how if they don't raise it, we're going to be out of money by June 1st. You ever notice anytime something like this happens, it's all sensational, like we're going to be broke, this will have to be closed, that'll have to be closed, we're going to have to do this, like it's never happened before, right? Short memory spans. We've talked about this before. We've had government shutdowns before, but now for some reason they're just sensationalizing it, that if this doesn't happen by June 1st, everything's going to shut down. We don't have no money. We're not going to be able to do anything. Most people know they're going to pass this, right? They're going to pass it. Of course, Biden's saying we're not going to negotiate. You're going to do it right or we're not going to do it at all. What happens if they don't pass it, right? They'll close things like they always do, parks and things like that, but, stuff that the citizens like to do, right? To go to the park, they'll close things like that. But the employees will get paid unemployment and things like that also. But what's funny is the government never stops paying themselves, right? I mean, why won't they? If we ain't got no money, why are you still getting a paycheck, right? Smoke and mirrors, guys. Smoke and mirrors. We've said it thousands of times on this channel. But what does all this lead to? We've told you, total collapse of the economy, right? That's what they're wanting to do. The only way to fix our problems right now is you have to collapse the economy and start it back over. You have all these bank collapses going on, right? What's the point in them? Well, the bigger banks are buying the smaller banks up. When this happens, you're going to have less banks. And guess what? That makes it easier for the digital dollar to come in because you're only dealing with a few banks that can control the money instead of thousands of banks, right? A lot of channels on here will make you think that every bank in the United States or the world is collapsing, and that's technically not what's happening. You're having pretty good sized banks collapse, but then you got a bigger bank that comes in and buys them. And eventually they will all collapse. Yes, they will all collapse except for the biggest banks. And once that happens, the digital dollar will roll in. To get back on point here about the, June 1st deal, guys, if they haven't passed the deal by June 1st, it's not saying that June 2nd, you're going to wake up and it's going to look like some kind of apocalyptic movie outside, with people just walking around trying to get money or trying to eat and things like that. That's not what's going to happen. It's smoke and mirrors. They're going to pass this bill. They're going to do it in the last minute like they always do, or it'll get postponed and eventually get passed a couple days after June 1st like it usually does. Now, if it doesn't get passed, yeah, major issues then, right? You're talking about possibly Social Security, things like that not getting paid, military not getting paid, so on and so forth. What will that do? We've had this happen before, people. Don't act like this is the first time. Remember back, if you don't believe what I'm saying, just type it in and read it up. Like I said, remember your history. That's one thing I'm big on because a lot of people forget things like this has happened before. But what's going on? The world's a different place right now. Everything wants to be sensationalized. Could it happen that, they don't pass this bill and the economy just crashes and everything goes full-blown SHTF? Yes, it could. But what's more than likely going to happen here? They're going to pass it at the midnight hour or something like that, or a couple days into, after June 1st. It's not going to be, for lack of better words, it's not going to be a huge deal as everybody's making it out to be. Could it be? Yes. I know most people that watch channels like this, they want to just be scared and, sitting on the edge of their seat. I try to give you what I think is going to happen. You don't have to agree with it, You may think if they don't pass it, the next day you're going to walk outside and everything's just going to be full-blown SHTF, like some kind of war zone or apocalyptic movie. But this is all planned. We all know this. This is all planned. Look at how bad we are in debt in the United States. Could you imagine if you were in debt that bad? Just think about that. You would have creditors just beating some of you know hospital bills, right? You got a hospital bill due. You'll have creditors beating your door down over a hospital bill, but somehow the United States can have trillions and trillions of dollars of debt and nobody calls in their debt, right? I've also said everybody, China, we're going to go to war with China. China does not have to fire a shot to destroy our economy. They don't. They don't have to fire a shot to destroy America. All they would have to do is quit sending stuff over here. It's that simple. We are reliant on other countries, and people don't realize that. You know, you hear all the time, made in America, made in America. I agree, everything needs to be made in America, but the point is, look at what the prices are now with using cheap labor in other countries. Imagine what those prices of those goods would be if everything was made in-house in America with our pay scale. Remember that. Things have to adjust before we can do that, because you want to talk about everybody's Venezuela, you know, the dollar collapse, you know, hyperinflation. Think about that. You're like, what are you talking about? Well, let's say you go buy something and it costs the company $15 to make it right now, right? It's all made in America with our pay scales, right? That thing's going to be $100. You want to talk about hyperinflation? That's what would happen. But don't panic over this government shutdown, going broke. They'll pass it. They always do at the last minute, make themselves look like big heroes, right? And don't be surprised if it doesn't pass in the last minute, that it doesn't get passed a couple days later. This is not the end-all be-all right here that a lot of people are thinking it is. It's just not. You know, if you watch other channels, you'll know by now we should have had a stock market crash. The dollar should have collapsed. You know, gold should be $100,000 an ounce. It's just not happening. It's slow. Everybody wants it to happen fast. They don't want it to happen fast, but in their mind it's going to happen fast, right? And it's just not the way it happens. I've told you, stair steps. Eventually, though, that ball gets rolling so fast down the hill, it picks up more speed in it, and it's full blown, right? It's going to happen. We're in a SHTF right now. It's just not the way a lot of people thought it would be. It's a slow decline instead of an all-out, here we go type deal. That's my thoughts on are we going to be broke June 1st? That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts. Like or dislike this video. If you don't like what I'm saying and you watch the video, hit the dislike. The more interaction I have with y'all, the higher up in the analytics I go, the more my videos get seen. Some of y'all don't watch my shorts, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm making shorts. Honestly, that's how you get subscribers. We don't get subscribers off our video, maybe one a month off of just a video here lately, but if we post a short of a dog or a cat or a truck, we get 20, 30, 40 subscribers off that. You know, I told you our goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers this year. You know, we're right there, 150 away from it, but last year it took us 6 months to get that amount. So, you know, if you don't like the shorts, I'm sorry. If you're one of the ones that when I post a short you unsubscribe, I understand that. But, you know, we're trying to grow the channel, get our word out, and get people, because I like to hear from other people. I want to hear what other people's opinions are on this. People that watch the video, I wish you would comment and let me know your opinions on these things, because I would like to know, you know, what's your point of view on these things we talk about. Stay safe, keep your head on a swivel, be aware of your surroundings at all times, protect yourself and your family at all times. If you're still watching, hit that subscribe button, stay safe. I don't think this is the end all be all come June 1st, but we'll see, won't we? Stay safe, get prepped.